everybody. Happy Monday. So I got this box in the mail from Latoya. She's one of the gals that was sharing about her business on the post yesterday. She's a homeschool mom who also has a side hustle, and it's protein powder. And this is the time of the day when I would normally start making a protein shake. I say normally because when I was setting up and trying to find the things I would normally put in the protein powder, I discovered that there's no cups. I don't have any smoothie cups because they're probably in a child's room, just guessing. But this is the time of the day, and Latoya always reminds me, just by pulling out her smoothie, she positively reinforces here on social media that I should go get a green smoothie. So since I'm always in the market for protein smoothies, green smoothies, ones that I can, add chlorella to, spirulina, black chia seeds, and flax meal, maybe a little bit of oat milk, almond milk, something like that. I do it pretty green because it really energizes me. And so I've been quite religious about it almost these days. So then I thought, how can I not want to support my friend, one of the gals in my Confident Homeschool Mom Collective who is doing her side hustle. And what does it say? Pea protein shake, Arbonne. So anyways, this is not an affiliate, so I won't go into details about the product, but my goal is to inspire and support other homeschool moms like Latoya and like you. I shared yesterday, I was trying to help you see your business a little more clearly, your intentions behind it, and to get past the limiting mindsets that we all create when we're trying to create something new. And it was really interesting to have a conversation with you and other people that jumped on as well about what you're actually creating and putting out into the world. Oh, and if I haven't already met you, I'm Teresa Wiedrich. I'm the certified life coach. I'm a graduated homeschool mom of 4 kids, and I'm staying in this homeschool space to support you, inspire you to do your life on your own terms, to shed what's not working, so you can show up in all the different elements of your life authentically, confidently, and purposefully. And on this Monday, this is my podcast recording day, I decided I'm not gonna, do anything more than what is normal for me. The beautiful thing about homeschool life is you can dress however you want. And if you are a homeschool mom that transitions into coaching other homeschool moms, you can still stay in your yoga pants while you're recording podcast episodes. So I thought I would just keep it real here. Also, I don't want to do all the things. I do that on every other day when I'm coaching. But that's who I am. I would love to hear who you are, what your business is, how I can support you in your business. And that brings me to a thought that yesterday, when I was asking you, what is your greatest challenge in building your business? You gave me a whole bunch of wonderful ideas. I want to acknowledge those challenges right here. They are ones that I have engaged with various homeschool moms as they build their businesses. Primarily, I work with women who are building coaching businesses, but there are sometimes other reasons for helping other women build businesses. So what I've heard, especially if you're still homeschooling and trying to build your business on the side, in the margins, wherever they are, that finding time is just tricky. Time management, balancing all the roles of your life, trying to build a business and knowing that you could do it if you had more time. I remember experiencing and thinking that exact thing, that I could support women to home educate their kids if only it wasn't homeschooling. Anyways, now I've grown out of that stage. Here I am, and it is truly a pleasure. But as I've shared with one mom who is building her coaching business, write down all your stories of your experiences with your kids, of the challenges that you're experiencing. So then you have all this fodder, all these beautiful stories written down that you don't forget about what it was like at different stages of your homeschool life. So another challenge that I often hear is about guilt or burnout, feeling that you're not doing enough for your family, or feeling like there's just too many things going on in your head. You're trying to balance it all. You're trying to juggle it all. Common conversation point, even if you're just homeschooling. which I just want to add, I'm here for the homeschool moms who don't want to be entrepreneurial, that are not in a place of developing something bigger than what they're already doing. I was there. I couldn't fathom doing some of the things that I do now in the context of also homeschooling my kids. Like, it didn't even dawn on me then to do something like this. And I don't think I would have thought that I could have. So it just wouldn't have happened. I was doing it naturally in the spare spaces of friendship. Just naturally coaching, but I wasn't intentionally trying to create a space to say, this is what I'm doing on purpose. And I'm doing deep dives on homeschool moms to learn more about them and help them shed what's not working so they can live their lives authentically, confidently, and purposefully. So if you're in that place where you're feeling like there is too much, I couldn't possibly add a business into this homeschool mom life, then you just move to the next video or move to the next thing in your Instagram feed, because I am not suggesting that you need to. But if you are there and you want to incorporate building a business or building a writing career or building whatever it is you're doing, an Etsy shop, then I know that you can do it. And it's also really fueling your soul. It's a creative fuel for you as you're doing your homeschool mom life. So another common challenge that I hear is about imposter syndrome. Feeling like, I want to do this role, I want to do this thing, I want to offer this thing to the world, but am I really the one for it? And should I be the one that is offering myself up to do this thing? And well, I think the question is, are you? Do you know that you're supposed to be doing this thing? Is there a deeper sense of calling or a deeper sense of purpose that you know is drawing you forward toward this general thing? Do you know that, like, do you know who you are and what you're really all about? What's drawing you forward? Because if you think, yes, I think so, then do it. Do it. It will help you become more who you are supposed to be anyway. And if at some point you decide not to do it, well, you can stop doing it. But it draws you, the calling, the bigger vision of your life that's outside of our homeschool mom roles, because whether we believe it or not, we will get to the place where we realize, I think I want to do something else other than homeschooling. Either that, or you're going to have a few more kids, because eventually this goal or this role will run its, it'll complete itself. And then you're going to ask yourself, what am I going to do next? Way upon way. We will always be doing something, but what will we be doing? So if you want to do something that you think, but I don't know if I'm cut out for this, I don't know if this is really me, or if I'm really supposed to be the one, or why would I be the one to do this? Then I would suggest to you, you've already been struggling with imposter syndrome at some point, because, and here's how I know, you are a homeschool mom and you did something that other people said, why are you doing that? You don't need to do that. Other people have created the system over at that brick and mortar place, and you are welcome to it. I don't know why you're taking on a role that's already being filled. And then you're like, yeah, but here's the things that I see as valuable for my kids or for our family, or you fill in the blank. We all have different reasons why we did this thing. But when you entered the path of homeschooling, you were already doing something that was challenging that internal self that said, should you really be doing this? So imposter syndrome, you can overcome it. I've learned you can overcome it by doing. I've learned you can overcome it by addressing your internal mindset challenges, or the things that are going on in your head that say, but somebody said such and such, and therefore maybe you should just back down. Well, if you want to have a little encouragement from somebody who is going to always counter the so-and-so voices, I'm your girl, because I am going to help you get clear on what matters to you, and also get clear on why you're listening to those voices anyway. So if you want to, you can always book a one-on-one conversation chat with me, no obligation. You just learn a little bit about yourself, understand maybe why you're challenged by those things, and you can explore whether coaching is right for you too. The other and the final thing that I've seen as a common pain point in that thread yesterday was about feeling a lack of support or community, maybe feeling isolated in this entrepreneurial journey. So we both know if we've homeschooled long enough, I did it for almost 2 decades with 4 of my kids, 3 whom are grown. I saw that this homeschool lifestyle, though it has flourished in these last 5 years, there's so many people joining the homeschool bandwagon. But way back in the day when, I'm not even from the pioneer days of homeschooling, but almost a couple decades ago, it wasn't a common thing to do. You weren't automatically gifted with a community. You had to work to find people that truly connected with you. But the power of that is profound. When you feel connected and supported by other people in doing the thing that you're doing, it just compels you to move onward and to keep doing the thing that you're supposed to do. And that in itself, doing the thing you're supposed to do, making sure that there's space in your week to do something creative and meaningful that is just for you, outside your homeschool mom role, outside of all the things that are expected of you. It's powerful and it's energizing. It is so satisfying to be able to be part of something like that. But I want you to know there is a community for you. I have offered over the last about 1.5 years a mastermind. So like a group where once a month we come in together and we have conversations about where we're at in our business, where we want to encourage each other, how we can do or what we can do to support each other, what we need to do next in our business. If you want to be part of that, I'll share more details with you. I've also been business coaching. So that was a surprise to me because it was 3 or 4 years ago, probably within a year after I started my coaching business, the first person came to me and said, "How are you doing? What you're doing?" And I've heard that a number of times now. How are you doing what you're doing? Developing a coaching business for homeschool moms. And I have not only enabled under a dozen women to begin their journey of business or of coaching, learning how to coach other homeschool moms or how to do the back end online business building work. But I have been concepting how to develop coaching specifically around homeschool moms. That's in the works right now. The entire thing is so enlivening for me because I can see that not only am I working with homeschool moms to help them shed what's not working and show up in their lives authentically, confidently, and purposefully. Can I say that more times? But I'm also doing that with women who want to own who they really are, their creativity, and offer it out into the world. And I categorically believe this is the time we should be doing that more than any other time. And I will be your cheerleader if you're joining me in that, because I believe you can. I believe you should be doing it. I really believe it's like the most empowering, engaging, energizing thing you can do for yourself, for the entire world, for your kids. I would love to support you in that journey. But okay, so I showed you all the products for this, though. All of the things I'm going to put together when I find a smoothie cup so that I can make myself a smoothie. But that is one way of approaching a side hustle. There's so many other ways. I would encourage you to do a deep dive on your personality, who you really are, what you really care about, what really matters to you, and focus your energies towards that. Even if you're not wanting to develop a business, even if the idea of coaching someone else sounds not the right time for you, it doesn't matter what it is. Find time to build in your creativity in your homeschool mom life. For me, that was Wednesday evenings in a Starbucks. No affiliate here. In a Starbucks, and I would order a pumpkin spice latte and a pumpkin spice scone, and I wrote and I wrote and I wrote. It was partly processing for me, and it was partly really getting clear on what I thought about what an education is, and if the things we were actually doing in our day-to-day aligned with what we were doing. And it was a really useful tool to help me clarify what an education really is. So let me see if there's anything else I wanted to share with you. Yeah, that is going to be about that. Today I'm actually recording a podcast episode on motivation and how to motivate kids. or if you can, or if is that even a thing. So I'm going to be sharing that with you by tomorrow morning. It'll be released. That's the Homeschool Mama Self-Care Podcast. But I know for sure that when a mom is motivated and energized and feels alivened in her own life, she's definitely going to want to do that for her kids. So if you've got questions about any of the things that I'm sharing today, or if you just want the general prompts that are for homeschool moms that are presently working or building their businesses, just write clarity in the comment section and I'll deliver them directly to you. I hope you have a beautiful week and we'll talk to you soon.